Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 11th July of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Sorry that we are late today. I got caught up in some drama, but that's nothing you need to be concerned about. But today we're going to talk about 3 separate stories. First, we're going to take a look at Destiny 2 as its fans managed to raise $50,000 for charity in less than half an hour and get some of the streamers tattoos at the same time, and most of all on their asses. Secondly, we're going to take a look into the world of Fortnite and more specifically at the Drake and Ninja bet that has yet to be settled. And lastly, we're going to take a look at Hearthstone as its new expansion has just been announced. But let's begin with Destiny as its fans managed to raise $50,000 in 30 minutes, essentially forcing the charity stream host to get tattoos on their butts. So this happened during GardenCon, which if you don't know is a gaming convention held in Tampa in Florida, and it included a charity event that's trying to raise money towards the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. By the way, this is going quite well as the moment they have raised almost $2 million, which is almost their goal, which is 2.4 million US dollars, which if you don't know is actually the daily operating cost of St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. That's insane. That's so much money. It's bonkers. But this is not what we're really here to talk about, even though it's always nice to see gamers being charitable and caring about a community. This time we're talking about a specific event that took place here, which was the Destiny Community Podcast segment, which managed to raise over $100,000 in total. So more specifically, it actually looked quite dire for this podcast, as half of the podcast was gone and they were very, very far away from hitting their 100,000 goal. But then, CCCon91, who is also a streamer, just donated $25,000 out of the blue. And that was literally amazing of him. Seriously, man, that's just amazingly bonkers. Or bonkersly amazing. I don't know which one is more appropriate. And if the $100,000 goal was met, the 2 hosts promised to get matching tattoos on their butts. It was Pope Bear and Patrick Holtzman Casey, and they will have to get matching heart tattoos on their butts. And because of that $25,000, a floodgate just opened and money started pouring in. And CCCon91 actually said those butts are getting tattooed. He really wants to see some matching butt tattoos, so it seems. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this story, and it's on one hand heartwarming because it shows you how much gamers do care, and even the big ones do care. Even though at this one I'm not completely sure whether he cares about a charity or whether he wants to see some of his colleagues getting their butts tattooed. And on the other hand, it's hilarious because somebody will get their butt tattooed with matching heart tattoos. Yeah. Our second piece of news for today is actually about a quite old story. So you might remember a few months ago, Drake, a pretty well-known rapper, appeared on Tyler Bruin's, or more commonly known as Ninja's, stream of Fortnite, where they played together. And Drake vote to donate $5,000 to Ninja's stream if he won the game, which Ninja managed to do because he's actually good at Fortnite. But it seems that Drake never fulfilled his vow. Ninja tweeted on July 8th, "To be fair, he never gave me the 5K, nor do I want it. And you're absolutely on point, to be honest." I'm not sure what that was about previously, but what should be mentioned here is Ninja obviously doesn't need the money. He's making about $500,000 every month from playing Fortnite and streaming the gameplay on stream. And obviously, you know, from promotions, etc., etc., etc. And on the other hand, Drake probably isn't really suffering from a lack of money himself. But if you make a vow, you should hold up to it. Really, it's just so baffling that you just have so much money lying around. If you promise to send somebody $5,000, why won't you send them? It's like, probably for you, it's like a daily meal. If you're at least a little bit normal and rich. But what actually Ninja also said, that he would much rather have Drake as a friend than getting $5,000. And I can understand that. Having a famous rapper as a friend is probably quite enticing for anybody who likes rap, though I personally wouldn't give a shit about it. On the other hand, if somebody for, let's say, Guns N' Roses came to me and said that he would be my friend or gave me $5,000, yeah, I would want him as my friend. 100%. And our last piece of news is about one of my favorite games, Hearthstone, as they have finally announced their new expansion, the Boomsday Project. And for anybody who knows anything about Hearthstone, you probably realize that this expansion will be about mechs. And Dr. Boom is making a comeback, though I'm not sure everybody's happy about that. So this expansion will introduce a few new keywords. The first one will be called Magnetic, which applies strictly to mech minions. And when a magnetic minion is played with a mech minion, they combine attack, health, and abilities, essentially combining into a Megazord of sorts. Then we have a new spell effect, which is going to be called Project, which will affect both of the players. For example, we now know that there will be a new Druid card called Biology Project, which will cause both players to gain 2 mana crystals. If you don't know, that's eerily similar to the Arena card that existed in last month's Arena event. And lastly, we are also getting Omega cards, which are special spells that only work if the caster has 10 mana crystals. So yeah, they're essentially costed at 10. Even though sometimes they're costed lower, but you still need that 10 mana to get that effect. So that's essentially going to be a control card. We also know that we will get some single player content, as we will get to play with Dr. Boom in the Puzzle Lab. This will be more of a puzzle game, so like figuring out how to get lethal or how not to die. You know, these sort of things. It's pretty well-known format, especially on YouTube, etc. And there will be 100 different puzzles in all together. And we also know that the Boomsday Project will be released on August 7th, and the Puzzle Lab scenario will be coming on August 21st. And I personally cannot wait to try the new cards out. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel if you're watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are your source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.